Today we will talk about E02, E05, and E07 error in a washing machine. Right now, the machine is in the off position, so let's turn it on. When we turn it on and select any program, the current program is set to standard at 40 degrees. Now let's press the play button to start it, and I'll show you what error it gives and what's missing in the machine. As you can see, the machine is now giving an error, and the error code displayed is E02. Let me explain the issue with the machine. Keep in mind that the E02 error can mean different things in different models, but for this model, I'll tell you what it means. First, when you looked at the screen earlier, did you notice what was missing? If you looked closely, you would have seen that the door lock option was missing. Now, when I press the door lock, because if the door isn't properly locked, the machine will have problems, you can see that the door lock is now present. And as soon as it locks, the machine starts its function, and you can see the motor working. Now, moving forward, I'll explain what other issues could cause the E02 error to appear. Another potential problem could be with the door lock itself. One thing you should be aware of is that when you lock the door, you usually hear a sound. Listen carefully. If you're not hearing this sound from your door, it means there's an issue with the door lock mechanism, and it needs to be fixed. Once the system is repaired, this error will go away. Now, let's discuss the next error code. We'll turn the machine back on, and as soon as we do, you can see that the E07 error is flashing even though we haven't pressed the play or pause button yet, which is why the door lock sign isn't appearing. So, what is E07 and what causes it? Let me explain it in detail. When the E07 error appears in a washing machine, one possible fault could be that the water flow system has malfunctioned. Another possibility is that the connector has come loose, or a wire may have broken or been cut, which can also cause this issue. Additionally, if the connection on the PCB is faulty, this problem can arise as well. However, most commonly, the error appears when the water flow switch becomes faulty, leading to the E07 error. To resolve this issue, you can refer to a separate video I've made where I explain in full detail how to check and repair this problem. Now, let's talk about the next error. We'll turn on the machine and start the same program that's already set. After waiting a bit, you can see that the machine is displaying the E05 error. So, what is the E05 error? Let me explain it in detail. When the E05 error appears, the machine has an issue underneath. If you check below the machine, you'll see the motor. If this motor isn't starting or isn't rotating, the E05 error will appear. Let me show you the motor's connector. I'll remove it, and you can see that it has a 9-wire connection. If the connector has a loose connection, or if any wire is cut or burnt, the issue could arise. Additionally, the machine has carbon brushes installed here. If the carbon brushes are worn out, since this isn't a brushless motor and uses brushes, the motor won't work. The solution is to open the motor and replace the brushes, which should fix the issue. I would recommend you videos, one for a 9-wire motor and another for an 8-wire motor, so you'll understand better how to handle this. Now, let's talk about the PCB. Sometimes when the motor isn't running, the problem could be with the PCB as well. Now let's open the PCB. As you can see, I've opened it and there are 2 connectors attached, one with 3 wires, another with 2 wires, and 2 more wires attached here. These 2 red wires are for TECO, and the rest of the wiring is for speed control and motor operation. You can see relays inside the PCB. If these relays get stuck, it can also cause problems. All the videos I've recommended will help you understand and fix these faults easily. Click on the left or right thumbnail to watch our next videos, and subscribe. Thank you.